If you're in the real estate business, you've probably had a bad mood for quite a while. I think we're going to talk about that today. The fact is, real estate agents love to win, but man, we can't stand to lose. And the market's been pretty tough on an awful lot of agents nationwide. You may not even realize it. You've probably been in a little bit of a mind funk yourself. If you know what I mean by that, when things are going really well, when you're out there banging deals down and helping out homeowners and, doing everything that we love to do, we're helping an awful lot of people in our community, and it feels good to do that. But as that starts to back off, as your business starts to slow, not only do you feel that you're in a different kind of mood, you're also backing away from the business a little bit. You're finding all kinds of other things to do. You have distractions more than you've ever had before, and you're actually doing less and less to spur business within your real estate small business that you're running. And the reason for that is we don't like to lose, right? It feels good to win. I'll give you an example. So this is actually pretty cool. If you've ever watched sports before and you've got somebody in your family, maybe it's you, but somebody in your family is a big fan of the X team, whatever that is. Like, let's say here in Ohio, we have the Buckeyes. I don't watch sports, but those that watch the Buckeyes, they'll always say, how did they do yesterday? Oh, we won. What do you mean we won? All of a sudden you're associated with that team and you're a fan and you're wearing the stuff and you're talking about how good they did and everything else. But you can also ask them on Sunday, how'd the Buckeyes do last night? Oh, they lost. How did it become they? Why is it everybody does that? Why do they say we won or they lost? They only want to associate with something that's winning. Well, you know what? The fact is, that's true in your real estate business too. If you haven't been going to the bank to deposit lots of checks lately, there's a really good chance you've started to pull away and not real sure, do I even want to stay in this business? I hate what's going on. We'll find all the reasons. Interest rates, the president, the federal government, the home prices, the bad negativity online, the NAR lawsuit. We'll find all of these reasons rather than actually fixing what's broke. And the one thing that's broken is your real estate business, because if you call the title companies, they're busier than they've been in 2 years. These are the places that close transactions. They are closing more transactions over the past 60 days than they've closed in the past 2 years. Call them, ask them. That's what's happening right now. I don't want you to wait until they say, oh, the last 6 months has shown an improvement. Be in that 6 months right now. To re-engage our passion for marketing and for learning how this stuff works and for attracting buyers and sellers and having a really good offer that we put out there to them where they contact you and they say, oh my gosh, how do you do that? I want to get access to that. That's what you need to be focused on right now, and find that passion for real estate again. Because if you're just sitting around waiting on the market to come back to you, listen up, Bubba. It ain't going to happen. You know what market you need to deal with? Today. This is what you need to deal with now. So if you get your mind right, if you get your actions right, we were talking about this on our Inner Circle coaching call the other day, those of you that are involved in our coaching here. I was talking a lot about that mental mindset for when you start your day, what you need to do every single morning, how you spur business so that you can enjoy more free time, love what you're doing, book the vacations you want to book and go first class and, have the money you need to have. That's not going to happen unless you start marketing. It's not going to happen by you sitting around waiting on your sphere of influence. Have you seen the size of your sphere of influence? Do you really think you're going to run a full business out of that? No, that only works when people are ready to buy homes because it's 2.75% mortgage rates. That you can only make enough money from that little bitty group of people that you have when everything's being given away for free. By the way, I don't know if you know this or not, I forgot to add a couple of things there, Mr. Tyrannosaurus Rex. The government was also mailing money to people. Not only was money free, the government was mailing it to individuals. It was mailing it to small businesses. It was doing paycheck protection periods. It was doing all of this stuff. And now you hope that's going to come back. You need to sell in today's market. It's time for you to get focused, get centered around a universe, around a community of people that are going to inspire you to do the right thing every single day, to get excited about your business again. Because by the way, all that motivational stuff is fake. It wears off very quickly. The only real motivation you're going to have is driving to the bank and there's 2 closing checks right there in the passenger seat. Man, don't they look good? They look good. 2 closing checks going to the bank. and you've got a trip scheduled for tomorrow too. That's what's going to get you motivated again. Being a winner. You know why? Because we won yesterday. Not they lost. We won. You have to identify with your business. You have to be a part of that business. You damn sure need to be its biggest fan, its biggest advocate. You ain't promoting shit right now. There's not even a high likelihood anybody's going to call you today. What are you doing even being licensed but not practicing? There's an awful lot of agents that right now are licensed but not practicing. What are you putting out today that there's a high likelihood somebody's going to reply to it and say, oh my gosh, that's great. How do you do that? By the way, here's my name because I know you don't know me yet. How many people are contacting you every day that you don't know, that have to introduce themselves to you to get the offer that you have? If you don't have that, you better be scrolling through this YouTube channel. You better be subscribing to this YouTube channel and ring the bell, turn on the button. When you go through this and you see over 1,000 videos of how you get strangers to meet you, of how you get those people to introduce themselves to you because they're currently in the market and they definitely want to get what you have access to, and you're the only one that has access. And you see people naturally being attracted to you, contacting you, wanting to introduce themselves to you to get access to what you have. Guess what? You love the business again. You're excited again. You can't sleep at night because you're so excited about the deals that you have going on, not because you're stressed. That mind funk you're in, that bad mood that you're in, today's topic, the bad mood that you've been in is because you're a winner on the inside and the outside's not matching the way that you feel on the inside. So you feel a little off, you act a little off, you start to have actions that are a little off, which continues to get you results that are a little off. We got to change those actions.